All right, this is the lot 17, aka line of thought for you guys.
Oh, the
Uh,
lot. Oh, that was dope. I like that.
lot, man.
The
And you
lot.
yeah, it's our 17th episode. We just getting warmed up, guys. But pretty much, we're ordinary coworkers who talk about current events, trendy stuff. It's not just politics. We talk about all kinds of stuff. If you got some drama, we'll probably talk about you too.
On some
So,
real shit.
all right, we can get started with Whitaker's statement. What you got, man?
All right. So, the city of Houston has decided they're going to do a gun buyback program. And
Okay.
so you're going to get $50 for a gun that doesn't work. You're going to get $100 for a rifle or a shotgun. You're going to get $150 for essentially handguns. And you're going to get $200 if you're going to turn in a fully automatic rifle. Fully automatic. So I don't know if any of you guys know what it takes to get a fully automatic rifle, but you got to spend about $250 to the ATF, right? Just to get qualified for it. That doesn't include the amount of the money that you're going to actually spend on that rifle.
Take it.
Right?
Thank you.
Here's the thing. It's no questions asked. No questions asked. So they're not going to run serial numbers. They're not going to do any of that stuff. If you literally walk over there and hand them a bunch of guns, you're going to get gift cards to Amazon with no questions asked.
I think something done like this. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I think something done like this in California. Wow.
Yeah.
They've done this a lot.
I think it needs to be done more. I love this program.
Wait. I need to hear your line of thought on why you think that's a good thing and why, this is the important part, why criminals who are stealing guns are not using this program. Tell me who's using this program. I'm not spending $600 on a handgun and turning it in for $100. The only people who are going to do this are people stealing guns. Go.
Stealing guns or acquiring guns from someone who stole them or who were responsible for them and sold them. You know what I'm saying? So, but nonetheless, however these people required them, you know what I'm saying? It's not good that they're out in the streets. You got people with many guns, whether they're hot or whether they were sold to them. And it's just ridiculous. Like that's my line of thought, man. I just think that it's a good program. It helps provide safety for the community, you know, for the local city. So that's my line of thought. It's that simple, man. It's good. We need to get rid of all these damn guns. It's ridiculous.
My line of thought is that only opens up the door for people to steal guns just so they can get a bunch of Amazon cards and then sell them. That's my thinking.
There was an article I read a long time ago. Actually, yeah, like Will says, they had the program in California, and the article was stating that most of the gun that people turn in are just grandfather gun that just lying around the house, and just guns that people don't want anymore, and not necessarily stolen or just criminals. They're mainly guns that mom, single, or just older generation don't want anymore. And the article actually had a fun fact. They said that they had a gun from World War I that was turned in, and that gun was actually a classic worth over $10,000. And the officer that took it in didn't want to dispose of it because it's actually a relic. So the program
he
does
stole
work.
again.
Oh, he stole it. Yeah.
Right. That's
He
funny.
the officer actually from the article, he turned it in. He gave it to his superior, and they probably put it in a museum somewhere. But
Sure.
that it was just I don't know,
Yeah,
but that was the article, and it was just a fun fact. Like they said, a lot of the officers saying a lot of guns were just people don't want guns lying around because they don't want or any accident to happen.
Right.
Not necessarily, but does it get guns off the street? Yes, but does it really take the gun off of the hard criminal? Because if you think about it, a handgun for $50, $100, I'm pretty sure I can go down the street and sell that a little bit more for cash, not an Amazon cart.
My thing is this: you're asking
for more.
You're asking a criminal to be honest. Turn your weapons in. You're asking me to be honest. Like that's like the most unruly shit ever. However, it's a good program. Don't get me wrong, but like Chino said, like it's mostly older folks who don't want guns laying around. You know what I'm saying? And Ray Will, he's a non-gun lover, so he wants to get all the guns off the streets. But I think it's a good program overall. Like if we can remove some guns, then awesome. But it doesn't stop all guns from being taken out of the wrong hands per se. But it's a good program. I like it. I like it.
All right.
All right.
That's all I got, man.
All right. Let's move on. Crime rate in cities like Vegas have increased since 2020. For example, a high school out here decided to invest $26 million in security cameras to counter crimes. One crime happened in particular. I don't have the information on that, but something recent happened at this high school.
Yeah.
Is it a good or bad idea? And pretty much, what's your overall line of thought on this, guys?
Real
what
quick,
you got? One of them.
This is like one of them questions too as well. Like, so we're just gonna just throw it all in there, right? How the fuck you gonna put any amount of money you want to put in security, right? But you haven't been putting this shit in the books in the essentials that these schools need. So you're worried about the violence now, right? But you was never worried about their education and them getting further in life. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I don't get me wrong, I dig it. I'm with security and safety. However, I'm also with teaching these kids and helping them grow, and not just be fucking a line worker.
That 26 million that you can put into education can help and change the lives of a kid who might become a criminal. Like I'm a big Quincy Jones fan, and he said music saved his life. He was originally from Chicago, and he said that he wanted to be a gangster when he was a kid. It didn't take until I think when he moved to Seattle, where an entirely different environment, and he got into music. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like, and then he got himself a little bit educated too, whatever. I believe he went to the same college as Clint Eastwood, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, like, focusing on the wrong thing and just pretty much you just showing a sign like you just don't give a fuck about these kids in your community. That's pretty much how I look at it.
Because out here, the school system are at 1 and 2 fucking stars. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. A 2-star rating and the top is 5 stars. Like you're at the lowest of the lowest. Okay, come on now, Nevada.
That is really bad.
That's really bad, bro.
I don't think this state gives a shit about the kids anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't have enough programs for you know, these kids are for the youth. And it has to take like a rich person to help kind of provide for it. That's kind of pathetic.
If you go to a private school, you're good. You're going to a private school, you're fucking awesome. But what about the ones that's not going to a private school?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What you got?
Give me a second, guys. Will, I think programs are the biggest problem right now in schools because they used to have wood shop and metal shop. They used to teach kids how to get actual good paying careers. They used to teach them that. Now all they want to do is indoctrinate them into ways of thinking that are not going to get them any money, right? That's my opinion. And Chino, I'll give you a second in a minute. But I think that's the biggest problem. I think that when we got rid of like wood shop and metal shop and teaching kids how to make a good paying career out of their lives when we decided that we were not going to do that anymore and we were just going to go with SAT
Nothing.
scores and all the rest.
Mhm.
I think that's when I believe that's when we led our children down the wrong path. Go, Chino.
Oh no, I just raised my hand to agree with you, Whitaker. That's in my opinion, that's 100% true. Because think about it. You don't know in high school, that's where you learn to find out what your passion is. What is your passion? You want to
It's not
you want
college.
to go
It should be
acting.
college. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's college, but by the time you get to college, in my opinion, it's a little too late. You should know what you kind of
That's what I'm saying.
want to go toward. Like, are you a music? You like music? Okay, fine. If you're in music, like, do you want to produce music? Do you want an original artist, or do you want to go electronic? What kind
Or
of
do you
music
want to be
you
an
want?
engineer?
Or
They don't.
exactly,
The
engineer
school's
school.
not teaching you how to. They're not teaching you to think for yourself. They're teaching you how to be a
Exactly.
fucking worker. Like none of this. That
No,
shit does not matter. Like auto shop, that shit was cool. Woodwork, that shit was cool.
auto
They're
shop.
not teaching how to be entrepreneurs. They're not teaching motherfuckers how to
No.
write checks anymore. They're not teaching you how to think for
Mhm.
yourself. Like it's like this is what you're gonna do. Do this now. You're required to do this. That's what it is. You're put in a box in school. Like you only get to go outside your box when you're in college. If you think about it.
I'm going to say
This is
I'm going
oh,
to say it. So give me a second. I'm going to say it right now. They're more concerned about your gender identity and
Huh?
all that kind of crap, right? I'm saying it.
That's
I'm
so
just
much
throwing it
more
out there, man.
important.
I'm
That's
throwing it out.
important.
They're more concerned about that kind of stuff than how you're actually going to live your life and
Mhm.
make some money.
Right.
I mean, that's the truth, in
Oh,
my
yeah.
opinion.
this
You
is
heard it here on Line of
this is
Thought.
how line of the, this is how like okay, this has actually got me really kind of just wow, like where does this education go? They took cursive writing out of school.
Huh?
Kids now they cannot write cursive. How the hell are they going to sign their name? You
Just write it
can't.
down
Kids,
regularly. Just write it down regularly. Yeah.
yeah, Whitaker, one of them. It's like the same. It's like there are kids I had like you don't even have culinary school. There are kids that might have a passion for that. You
Right.
don't give them a taste. High school should be a taste, like auto school. You give them a taste. You like auto
Mhm.
school? Shoot. After I don't need to go to college. I'll be a diesel mechanic. I'll be
Right.
a specialist, import, domestic,
Mhm.
all that. One of the best classes, in my opinion, I've taken in school. I already know how it works. I took pre-business school. I remember there were 6 kids in my class. It was probably one of the most influential classes that I've taken. The classes was real life. It tells you about how to get your business license, how to the basic of budgeting, the basic of marketing, the basic of starting your own business. That was one of the best classes. I took calculus. I took trigonometry. What did that do to me in real life? I'm not sending.
You're not
I'm not
applying
sending.
it.
I'm not sending an astronaut to outer space.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
then, SpaceX, you press a button on SpaceX. The Dragon crew, what do? They press a red giant button in front of their panel. Did they do any calculation? No.
No, the calculation was done for them already.
It was done for them already.
Exactly. It was
Is
done
it?
already.
Hey guys. Here's one funny thing. This is the one topic every one of us
Yeah.
has agreed on.
I noticed that too.
Yeah. So
That's
you know
it's
what?
another
Nothing
first on
wrong
Line
with
of Thoughts.
I
Yeah.
think that's super cool. I think
It's
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
kids need to get better educated, no doubt.
Yes, for sure. All right, let's move on.
Let's see. Families of Uvalde school
think
shooting
coming in.
are angered at the way local police handled the shooter. A video was released appearing to show a hesitant effort by the police. What's your guys' line of thought regarding that?
My line of thought is, what a bunch of dummies. What? You're standing around and you're just talking about stuff. So I honestly I don't know why there was some sharpshooter standing up on a building watching the Uvalde school that almost falls into conspiracy stuff, right? But instead of
Sounds about
taking
right.
the shot, he called supervisors and they
Yeah.
said, well, they didn't get back to him in time, right? The guy already got in. I cannot for the life of me understand why everybody's standing around and not taking action, right? While kids are getting shot. Dumb. All right, next.
All right, there's actually an updated article about that police officer. They with the that went viral. He was on his phone and they saw his Punisher screen, right? The updated news was that officer was hesitant because his wife was actually one of the victims that was involved in the shooting. His wife was actually one of the teacher that got shot, and she was barricaded.
But
And
wait,
he was waiting.
are you talking about?
He was actually talking
Are you talking about the sharpshooter guy?
Oh, not the sharpshooter, the officer that was in class. He was the one that's getting crucified.
Right. No, that's
because they had the school cam, and they saw him with his Glock, and he was on his phone. The backstory was he was actually talking to his wife, which she was barricaded inside a class, and she was shot. And then later she became a victim. So my thought is, yes, you can judge him. You can say, hey, you're a trained officer. You should have done A, B, and C. You're quarterbacking. But imagine if that was your wife. You don't know where she's at. And you were talking to her. For that split second, you don't know if she is dead or she's alive. Yes, you still have a job, but at the same time is now you became a human. Now you became a father. Now you becomes a partner. What do you do in that situation? Do I blame him? I can't, because that was not a situation nobody will ever train you to be in. Okay, go inside a hostile situation knowing that your wife is about to die. Put yourself in that situation. They can't. You can they will train you in ways like, hey, you have to take out this person, take out this person, take out this person. But that was the X factor. I have not seen any training where they send you in a kill house or a situation simulated anything.
Well, everything
I've been
is
in
usually
simulated situation.
It's usually fight or flight,
Fight or flight.
No matter what the circumstances is fight or flight, and he fled, so, and it's understandable. Like you got a split second to react, bro. Anybody can say, well, I would have did this, I would have did that. You wouldn't have did shit unless you was in the same situation and you reacted differently and you tell us what exactly happened. Until then, everybody shut the fuck up. Shit happens. Like, it is what it is. He fled. Fuck you gonna do about it? Be mad at him because he froze up? Like, he human just like everybody else. Shit, we all freeze up in tough situations.
Okay. Oh, right here. Hold up. Uvalde Cub with Punisher logo was on the phone waiting to hear from his dying wife during shooting.
Well, that right there is mentally damaging if you're on the phone waiting for a response and you're not even, your focus point is not even where it needs to be at.
Your wife? That's what I'm thinking. Like, take your ass in there and see what the hell's going on up in this motherfucker.
I mean, he got automatic rifles. I just got this pistol. That ain't a fair fight.
All right, well, shit. He like, well, shit. Shit. See, he got that shit up in there.
Right, exactly. Look, I don't know what else they got. I don't know how many motherfuckers it is. So yeah, he was like, "You okay, love? Bang. Let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, man.
I can tell you all, I'm acting like an animal. If I had a gun on me, which I normally do, I'm charging in. I'm taking my wife back. That's all I got to say. If I get shot and killed and I'm dead,
So be it.
you know what? I don't
So
care.
be it.
I did my best. That's all I have
Right.
to say.
That's honorable of you.
I feel that,
Noble.
man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That whole situation.
I know that in my heart. I know that in my heart. I'm taking that chance. I'm running in. I'm shooting up shit, and I don't swear a lot. Oops, but you know,
Oops. It's
Oops.
I'm telling you right there.
And he mean it. He mean that shit.
Yeah.
I'm taking that chance right there.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You got kids and shit all in there in that situation. Man. Come on, man. Like
Kids are even more important, right?
Is it the
my
first time
kids.
this happened before?
I'm
Like,
not
this is
saying
not the first time.
I'm not saying I'm risking my life for other people's kids, but if my kid was in that spot, man.
Also, you're one of those Texas officers, huh? I got you.
I'm guns blazing.
Got you.
Guns blazing. Yep.
So
Will, we know your standpoint. Will, you're good. You're not shooting at nobody. I understand.
Hey,
we understand.
You understand what?
That you wouldn't put yourself in that situation to have to respond. Okay.
Well, I gotta love the gun for me to use that motherfucker.
Here's the problem. Here's
gotta
the
use this
problem.
shit, sir.
Will doesn't have any guns to go blazing with. That's the problem.
Hey, he carries Bible with him. He gonna fight the war with God. Okay.
Oh man, y'all cold, man. That's how y'all do me.
No, but I to be real, bro, I respect it. Like, everybody wanna just tote guns and be this gun crazy motherfucker, and it's like, you don't touch guns, that's cool. It don't make you any cooler to have a fucking arsenal of weapons. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you any cooler. But I respect it, bro.
And I agree with that.
I don't knock guns, man. I don't knock them. It's just I don't have this obsession with them. You know what I'm saying?
No, I respect it.
It does not make you any less respectful.
Yeah.
At all. I
but
agree.
If I was in that situation, I know you got fight or flight, but you know what I'm saying? You got to do something. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a gun. This is gunplay at this point. You got to have it.
At the end of the day, Will, your fists are not going to save you.
Hell no, not in that kind of situation.
Not against that.
No.
Right?
That's just common sense.
But it's also situations you don't put yourself in to have to use a weapon too.
Absolutely.
Like, your mouth is the most powerful tool you'll ever fucking have.
And I definitely do not disagree with that. Your verbal judo is more important than anything else every day.
Absolutely.
And we use that every day in our
as a youth
in our lives.
When it comes to gang, the gun is the most important tool for a gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would gangs be without guns? They ain't shit. So as a youth, you're like, I want to avoid all that kinds of shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I mean, shit. They still got knives and shit. They still chop people's heads off. They still it's still an arsenal of ways that gangs
the gang that
use.
brings the gun is going to be the more dominant gang that brings knives. I'm just saying. But I feel you though. Yeah, that's old school. What you said, or probably another country.
Absolutely, old school, baby.
So you already did your one of them questions, right?
Yeah. So to reiterate on it, okay, guys, what do you think about them putting $26 million into security and not extending the education of these kids? That's going to be our future. It's going to be our future now.
Hey, I'm pretty sure all of us can agree with that, man. It's that simple, man. Like, that's a lot of money, and they came with that money out of nowhere. Like, well, wait a minute, and they worried about looking bad. You know what I'm saying, for the city, for the state. They don't want to be in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? They got to protect their little assets or whatever political reasons that they got or whatever. They don't give, like I said, they don't give a damn about them kids. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's pathetic, man. Like, I don't agree with it. It's like, come on now, and that's a lot of money to be spending on cameras. You know
just cameras.
If they probably was some kind of fund or whatever, they got signed to them or whatever, and God knows what happened to all that money. What's up with it?
Go.
Y'all gonna probably disagree with me on this.
I already disagree with you now. By you saying that, I already disagree.
I know. I'd rather they put that 26 million into teaching teachers how to shoot and getting them concealed carry license. And I feel like if they put that money into teachers being able to take care of things, I think that there would be a lot less people willing to run into unarmed schools where now they know they're armed and teachers have been trained to shoot. That's where I think that money should go.
School was never about a teacher having two fucking jobs. They have one fucking job, and that's to teach my kid how to learn. Well, teach my kid how to learn. To teach my children, okay?
Whitaker. So, I mean,
it's not a fucking bodega we talking about. They got an unarmed grocery store. I want to rob these motherfuckers. Like, no, this is a fucking school, bro. Like, that's the most pathetic people go shoot up schools, bro. The most weakest people go shoot up schools. That's not the most strongest person that's fucking headstrong that's going. That's retarded.
Hold on. The question was, should we put $26 billion towards cameras and security systems, or could we put that money towards things that would actually stop school shootings? Because cameras will not stop school shootings. They only alert people that it's happening. Go.
Whitaker. So, okay, this is my thought. You have $26 million, all right? Just say that's the budget. You have teachers that are specialized in certain areas. They're a great music teacher, great English teacher. Why would you tell Beethoven to, hey, Beethoven, can you teach music and carry a gun at the same time?
Because kids are getting shot.
You have thousands of military guys that are retired, not doing anything. You have volunteer sign people. If they put a program where you have security, retired veterans, are you willing to volunteer as a retired veteran to protect the school?
Chino, I 1,000% agree with you. 1,000%.
People will sign up with it. You don't have to pay. Like all those sign people in school, the sign walkers, the stop sign, the school aren't paying for that. They're volunteer. They have a passion. A lot of them. I remember when I was a kid, those guys, they actually have a passion to stop cars from hitting kids. They are willing to sit out there in the rain, in the cold, in the sun, in the heat. They don't get paid. A lot of people don't know that. I give my props to those guys, ladies, and gentlemen. When I was a kid, I did not know that. They're not paid. They wait out there when we get out at 2:45. They put their vest on and put a little sign. They're willing to get hit by a car for some kids they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They do that for free.
I'm with.
There's actually a video of a sign walker took a hit for a kid. It was like last couple weeks. It went viral. The car would not stop. And the sign walker actually pushed the kid out of the way, took the hit for the kid. Because person wanted to protect the kid.
I feel y'all and the kids' safety and shit like that. It's like, because they can't be the future if they have no future, right? In all aspects. Like, let's just, in all aspects. Educational aspect, the aspect of life. Like, so if we split, let's say, let's be fair. Let's split the 26 billion in half, okay? Let's put half on security, better security for the school, and better education for the kids. And let's just be one happy USA.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you, Smith.
Because there's no fucking way that security is just the answer for everything. Like, what about the fucking knowledge that they lack nowadays? Like, We have no leaders, bro. Like, who's gonna lead this generation? I'm just curious. Who's gonna fucking lead this generation? They
The
have
leaders
no
of
one.
the unofficial leaders of the generation are capitalists. Like I keep hearing about all the time, man. And everybody want to be on their phones.
Come
Everybody
on
want to be
now.
on YouTube. Everybody want to be want to have the latest phones.
It's
Everybody want to play
brainwashing.
video games.
Everything you saying is some brainwash shit. Everything that they're
Absolutely.
watching is brainwashed, bro.
Yeah.
Brainwashing
So the
material.
new generation, they don't want to do nothing. Their socialization skills are terrible. And then COVID made it worse by, the way this country or this planet handled COVID, which is very controversial. But it just made it even more worse with that. It just backed up their socialization skills and not learning either. So it's like these jokers are so antisocial. They don't interact. They don't get around. Like it was just 10, 15 years ago where you got kids that was going out and just
We
going
was
outside.
outside. We was
You know what I'm
outside
saying?
off the porch every day, meeting up
Right.
at people's house on their
I
bikes.
hated staying in the
All that
house all
shit.
day long.
That shit was weird.
You were ashamed for staying in the house, playing video games or
Like, you don't
whatever.
want to go outside? What's wrong?
Get your ass
It was
up, man.
they
We
was
gotta go.
offended. You don't want to go
No,
outside? What's wrong with you? You feeling
it's
okay? Get
like,
the touch in
you
your
going
head and shit.
outside? What's wrong with you, man? Why are you going outside?
Right.
Yeah, it's pathetic, man. Yeah.
All right.
You raising your hand, man?
I'm going to ask a funny
Oh,
question.
no.
I'm going to ask
Go
a
ahead.
funny question.
What's up, man?
Who remembers Midnight Tag? Did
Oh,
any of
yeah,
you
I
guys
remember
play
that.
Midnight Tag?
Yeah, that was a dangerous
Nah,
game wherever I was.
that was dangerous where I was from
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, white luxury, right? White luxury.
I lived in all
Sorry.
kind of different communities. You know what I'm saying? But my mentality was always like, I don't know about that game. Even when I lived in, good communities, suburbs, and all that and stuff. So, yeah. But I know what you mean, though. I know that game, though.
Yeah, I mean, we used to sneak out when we were 10, 11 years old, and we'd play Midnight Tag.
And we used to play Ding Dong Ditch. I used to love that game.
And there you go.
Oh, that was a classic.
Who blew up some mailboxes? I'll be honest, I did.
Blew up mailboxes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't have stuff that blew up mailboxes where I'm from.
No.
I would have been considered a terrorist at that point in time.
You know what? I'll tell you how we did it. We would get a bunch of wax and we would drill a hole in it, and then we would take a bunch of firecrackers and we would cut them up and put all the gunpowder inside of it. I know. I'm telling too much. And then we would wax the top of it, and then we would throw it in the mailbox. We'd put a wick, and then we'd throw it in the mailbox and blow up mailboxes.
Wow.
White
Y'all
kid
have some
things, I guess.
pissed off neighbors, man.
White kid things, I guess.
Real talk. Hey, I would have said I was about to say it, but he beat me to the punch. But thanks anyway.
Hey, let's move on.
Right.
Former CIA agent convicted of massive theft of classified info, claiming that the CIA and FBI made him a scapegoat of a public release of CIA secrets by WikiLeaks. What's your line of thought regarding this situation?
So my line of thought is there is a reasonable chance that our government has made this guy a scapegoat. However, I mean, he may have done it. I mean, we will never know, because this is one of those TV show things, where I'm not sure we'll ever know the truth. Go, Chino.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. Stuff like that happens all the time. They guys, ladies, men with great careers made a scapegoat. You and I, well, every one of us, we've seen it. There are guys that are made scapegoats. When things goes down, guys on the bottom of the totem pole is going to get they're going to take the hit. Oh, it wasn't their fault. It was their fault. And, you know, somebody's going to take the fall. We'll never know, because what the CIA or FBI is doing, yes, end of the day, they're protecting the safety and security of the United States, of the country. That's what they're doing. I don't know what got leaked out. WikiLeaks has so much stuff out there. Somebody has to take a fall for it. Who let it go? Who leaked it out? End of the day is the bottom guy. So we'll never know. But that person took the hit. It's you. Sorry, bro. It's on you.
And I'm not sure it's always at the end of the day it was the lower guy, right? I feel like the lower guy
or
takes
somebody took the hit. It's never, in my opinion, is never the real guy that take the hit. It's always somebody else will take the hit.
Yep.
Yeah, my whole thing is like, yeah, we know that you know, I guess the American government taps into our personal information or whatnot, but it's still distasteful, you know, in my book, man. You know, all up in people's business, taking information from people's, you know, personal devices, personal belonging. You know, I mean, that's highly controversial on his own, in my opinion. And the fact that, yeah, like, I guess he got, you know, it looks like he got thrown under the bus. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's the guy with no power, really. You know, his superiors kind of used him as a scapegoat, whatnot, is what it appears to look like. But you know, overall, you know, for whatever reason, he needed that information. You know, it's just a bad look. That's my line of thought on regarding that.
Of course, it's a bad look. The problem is, as regular American citizens, we will never know. We'll never know what really happened, right? I mean, it could have been some top guy and he gave it to WikiLeaks and then just blamed it on the lower guy. It could have been the lower guy, though. I mean, but at the end of the day, we just don't know, and we will never know. And I think that is a big problem in not only American politics, but every country's politics.
Yeah, you know, our governments have a profound impact on us. A lot of control over us, over American people. This might be out of context, but I remember, you know, I'm a big basketball fan, as people may already know, and you know, basketball is it's a pretty global sport, and people were asking these draft prospects. I think it was a guy from somewhere in the Middle East, like, you know, what's your take on your country and all that or whatever. He remarked it. He replied, that's politics. Like, what I feel about the country is going to be differently than what the government views it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the impact that our governments have, you know, and we have very little say so. You know, we're just following instructions. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to be law abiding citizens. You know, under the law of that government. So, you know, when they get caught up, you know, and when it goes out to the public, and why is it out in the public, which is another thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, you know, like, what the hell is going on? You know, that's what I'll be thinking sometimes. You know, what the hell is going on? You know, is it for our good, or is it exploiting us? Are they taking advantage of us? You know, I think here and there, I think about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With the activities that the government does, you know, whether they're doing it for global security or not.
Oh, here's one. Here's funny, Will. You were talking about, you know, like, what is my thought on government? And there was an incident that happened a couple of years ago. One of the richest guy in China, one of the richest, most influential, powerful guy. His name is Jack Ma. He's the owner of Alibaba. One of is like the Chinese version of Amazon.
Yep.
And he made a comment I don't remember what comment he made, but he made some comment about China and how the business work and everything. He disappeared for like 3 months. The government made him disappear for 3 months. He was not seen, never seen. There was no tweet. There was no message. There's no phone call for like 3 months. And a lot of people thought he died. They took him out. But when he came back out, he didn't say nothing, no more. He was quiet. So that was just like one of those incidents that
they had to take care of that situation. They had to make a big decision, I guess. Yeah.
That was just fun. At the end of the day, we know that all of us who are not multi-billionaires are just pawns in the chess game of business and government.
I'm looking at it like that situation. I agree. That situation. That's absolutely that situation can go away. I don't think they realize that. Like the people can rise and be like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit.
Wait, and well, you're gonna rise up with your fists. Get some guns already, man.
Okay, well,
that was a joke. That was a joke, Will. I'm just telling you.
All right, hold on now. They use the military to fight their little battles. They use these government agencies. But guess who it take? It take pawns in order for you to do what the hell you need to do. For you to rough up people or whatever. It takes pawns.
At the end of the day,
those pawns decide to rise up and be like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit.
On the chessboard, at the end of the day, the pawn can turn into a queen.
Absolutely.
Right? If you can get it all the way over to the other side, the pawn will turn into a queen. And if you have two queens, you cannot lose a chess game unless you're.
Well, okay. If you're giving the chess analogy,
yep.
They don't even have to turn into. They're already that. Like, all right. Well, let's say you got the king and the queen are the. Actually, the only communist is the king. Everybody else is a pawn.
Oh, hey.
Technically, because all of them are trying to protect the king.
Well, I don't think you understand the chess game. When I said we're all pawns,
I'm talking about if I want to convert it onto, you know what I'm saying, our government. You know what I'm saying? So, or capitalism. You know what I'm saying? But you're not getting it though. You're not getting it because those people are pawns already. Whatever. Yeah, they got like a little position, but at the end of the day, they still pawns. All right, let's move on.
All right.
All right, hold on. Let me just show you this.
What's up, man?
Billionaire.
That's what you were talking about?
After criticizing China, no public appearance in 2 months.
Damn, what happened to that boy, man? Oh, man.
Did he come back?
Yeah, he came back, but he never made a statement of what happened. He
was all quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, check this out. All right, a trailer clip of his unreleased show, Shop, captures LeBron saying Brittany Griner should question returning back to the United States. I guess he feels that the American government kind of let her down and didn't really take action. There's been a lot of backlash over his over that small little clip of a preview of his upcoming show. What's you guys' line of thought regarding that? And do you agree or disagree with Tom?
Will, I got a question for you.
Yo.
Did Brittany Griner show a lot of love to the United States in the last 2 years with any of her actions?
Well, I think that she was expressing. I feel that she was expressing herself. She wanted to make change. And the only thing that I know that she did was, she took a kneeling during the national anthem. And the way I feel about that song is I think that it's a racist song. He was, the writer regarded slaves and those lyrics got taken out. And to me, the gesture that America gives, like if you know about that, it's one thing if you didn't know about it. I didn't know about that until probably about a year ago. Once you know about that, like it has racist lyrics. All right, you know what? We probably need to change our national anthem because that's not cool for our fellow citizens. You know what I'm saying? Who still have to endure that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no sympathy for that. They're just like whatever. Who cares? It's our song and over it. Type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? That's the gesture that I get out of it. So, so her kneeling during the national anthem to make a statement over something that she feels as she feels, and yeah, maybe people don't really, not too many people agree with it, but I feel like you got to respect her. You know what I'm saying? In that matter, because it's a protest, and you can legally do that in this country. That's one of the things that make this country great is that you don't have to agree with everything the government has for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that she let this country down. I really don't. And she's pretty much been, she's not a terrorist or anything like that. So
no.
So
Will, all right, Will. So I'm going to ask you one more question, real quick.
Uh-huh.
You think that the United States is the greatest country in the world?
No, I don't.
Are there other countries that you think would treat you personally better?
I believe so. I believe there's a country out there that would probably treat me better. I do believe that. But not to knock United States. I don't hate United States. I do understand it. The country was ahead of its time, and I just think probably by accident it became great. And I'll say this because these founding fathers, they had an idea, but their intentions were to benefit people like them. But accidentally, people like me, kind of benefited from it. And then from the mind, I feel that we have a little bit more advantage than a lot of people. And I'm talking about all Americans. You know what I'm saying? With this free mind, of thinking. So we're the most opinionated people. We're the most watched people. I'm talking about Americans now. We're the most watched people, and we're the most opinionated people on this planet.
Well, do you think that's partly because we have the freedom to make those opinions?
Absolutely.
In a lot of countries,
for the most part.
Yeah, in a lot of countries, you would not have the freedom to make opinions,
right,
of any kind.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. Gino?
I think it's more. One, I think LeBron's doing it for TV show rating. Say something that's, it's called the Shop. Come on, he's doing it for the TV rating. Okay, Whitaker, regarding what Brittany Griner did, I mean, the last 2 years, for me it's she did what she's doing. That's her. Is she American? End of the day, yes. So there's a bunch of article I'm reading that so like what we were saying, what is the government doing for her? Are they doing steps and getting her back? There's a lot more story behind that. There's articles. They're doing swaps. That's what they're doing. Russia's demanding.
Yep.
Yeah, right here. Hold on, right here. Hostage, the military potential Brittany swap between Russia and promising is dangerous. Russia wants an arm dealer back. So that's what they're. It's like behind the scene. It's like is Lakers going to get Kyrie Irving back? But you got to take Westbrook. That's what they're doing.
I'll take them. I'll keep them.
That's what they're doing.
You got to know what.
That's what they're doing.
We're talking about chess. You got to know how to play the pieces.
Yeah, you want your 6'6", tall girl back? You got to give us that guy over there. We're gonna do a trade. That's what they're doing.
Do you think they'll make a trade? I don't think they
will.
I don't think.
I think no. regardless, end of the day, there will be behind the scene trade. Right now, there's an article. They're saying that Brittany Griner is using the prescription route. Is Russia going to take it? If Russia is going to take her excuse,
Well, she
as
already
the
pleaded guilty.
prescription, but even if she plead guilty, it's up to Russia now. Are they going to show leniency or no leniency?
Yeah, what this
And
yeah.
that's behind. Yep, and that's behind the scene. Are you going to do a trade or not? We want our guy back. You want your girl back? You want your 6'6" girl back? You want your center? Give us this, give us that. Or she's going to do 10 years. She plead guilty already. Or we can say, hey, bye. Have fun.
Would you think we should make that trade, Gino?
It's up to the government. That is up to the government. It's up.
I say no. I say no.
One, if that was you, me, or Will, one of our three, if we screw up in Russia, we'll never be seen again.
I think, yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah,
True.
we're
and you know what?
Like we said, we're ordinary guys.
I believe that we can all agree she made a huge mistake.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I mean, it was
absolutely.
dumb. Like,
yeah.
Don't screw with foreign governments because you're going to get hosed, right? I mean, they can do whatever they want.
But I feel that she's still like, the way it's being commentated and the way it's been opinionated is unfair. People are determining and like determining her act, judging her act a little bit too much. Maybe it was an accident. You know what I'm saying? She was unaware. You know what I'm saying?
She intended.
She's like, oh shit, my bad. I left this in my bag. Damn, my bad.
No,
she got caught up. All right, I sound crazy, but
I don't believe
we don't even consider that. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think that if the government decided to trade her in, I think it can be a good gesture because black people feel like y'all don't give a fuck about us. So that's what this is coming from. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James feels the same way. He feels that this country just don't give a shit about him. You know what I'm saying? He feels abandoned. He feels neglected. You know, we got feelings too. At the end of the day, we're not animals. So that's where this is coming from overall. What's up, man?
How does a guy who's made hundreds of millions of dollars from this country playing a game have any right to say that this country doesn't care about him?
Okay, it's his job, and his job happens to pay a lot of money to him.
Right.
That don't mean that nobody gives a shit about you. That ain't got nothing to do with that. And then you're gonna throw money out there.
Wait. If he were born in any other country, would he be making those same hundreds of millions of dollars?
Absolutely, because basketball is global.
Basketball is global. It's only because he was born in America that he got that opportunity. It's only because he was born in America that he made those hundreds of millions of dollars.
All right, we can go with that. All right, but still, it's business. It's big business. They can make money off of his black back. Absolutely. That ain't got nothing to do with
in your
that ain't got nothing to do with empathy or support.
That ain't got nothing to do with that. Money because he was born in the United States. If he was not born in the United States, he would not have that money, and no one would give a crap about what he said. Go.
At the end of the day, that's business, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the situation.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying, like, you're going to throw money out there. You're going to throw this out there or whatever. And I'm like, to me, that's irrelevant because
it's not irrelevant because he would be nothing if he were not born in the United States.
Okay.
That's my point. And argue that point.
The NBA will be nothing.
Go ahead, Chino. What do you got to say about
if it wasn't for guys like him providing money for their ass. What's up, Chino?
Okay, so there are a few countries. If LeBron was born in, yes, he would not be successful. Yes, that is true. But if LeBron was born in Europe, he was born in any first world country, he will be just as successful, in my opinion. Take this for a fact. Kobe, he was in Europe. He was kicking. He was in Europe. He was killing the balls over there. Regardless of fact, basketball, if LeBron was in Europe, he'll be just as successful. Okay, so LeBron, in my opinion, LeBron's take on black folks, yes, he is using his platform as an awareness to what is happening in society. He is trying to bring awareness to why some community, why certain issues is not brought up. Yes, I give him prop for that. Why is certain area don't have this, and this? That is what he's doing. But I'm going back and forth. In my opinion, if LeBron was born in Europe, is he going to be just as successful? Maybe more. If LeBron was born in China, oh God, he'll be a global star. If LeBron was born in South Africa, I don't know. If LeBron was born in Middle East, oh yeah, he would be a superstar still. He was born in Canada, yeah. So, I mean, yes, tomato. A man with his talent will be found. A man with his talent. But what I'm saying is he's using his platform to raise awareness. Yeah, there are things that as a black man, a black woman, we need to pay attention. Give them opportunity. Why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? A question mark. I give him prop for that.
There we have it, man.
I don't disagree with the fact that he's using his platform, but his platform is definitely as a United States citizen. That gives him a platform that raises him above if he were a South African or a Middle Eastern or any of those other things that you mentioned. That gives him a huge raise, right, in the global community, if I might say. That gives him a huge advantage, but he's not acknowledging it. He's not acknowledging the fact that as an American citizen, that is what gives him that huge platform. Because if he were a South African, for instance, even if he became a global superstar as a South African basketball player and he was never on the USA platform, would he still have that command? Would he still get that same preference of people taking acknowledgement of what he's trying to say? Do you see what
I would say? I understand what you're saying, but in my opinion, I would say yes. With the modern world society and with the modern world of media, Twitter, YouTube, and just global branding, is he American? Yes. End of the day, is he part of Nike? Yes. Is he Space Jam? Yes. Is he Barbershop? Yes. End of the day, regardless, if he has that platform,
is he happy? Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all about happiness. At the end of the damn day, and we can't determine just because somebody we can't put that like, oh, he got money, so yeah, everything is all right. No. Hey, you got inmates may have a whole lot of money. Are they happy? No, they're in jail. They can't enjoy their money. So it's like,
well, I got to chime in on that. I'm sorry. End of the day, like you said, money. It was an article I read yesterday. This took me by surprise. Constance Wu. She's the mother in Fresh Off the Boat. She is the girl that played Crazy Rich Asian. The article was about her suicide attempt. She's been quiet from social media for the last 2 years. The article is about her suicide attempt. She is rich. She had one of the hottest show on TV. She had one of the hottest movie that came out, Crazy Rich Asian, and they're talking about her suicide. And it's like you said, that just kind of hit me too. It's like Robin Williams. Did anybody saw that coming? Yes and no. It's like, dude, he is the happiest guy. Bam, gone. What's the female purse? Kate. I can't really think of that. She suicided too. It's the same. It's the money doesn't make you happy, but yes, can it buy happiness? Yes, it's proven that money can buy happy. It's actually an article in a science. But internally, what is LeBron doing? He is trying. That's his passion. He wants to bring, because where did he come from? He came from Akron. Flack. Akron. Flack. He has seen things that me,
He came from
Whitaker, or you. Exactly. And he is bringing awareness of that. He might have seen talent. His LeBron's boy, his like you said, his agent. That's his boy from childhood. He is the one of the most powerful agent in the market right now. And if without LeBron, he would have been a nobody. To be honest, I'm just saying straight up. Without LeBron, he would have been working at Target, Walmart, or whatever. But he was given the opportunity. He became one of the most powerful broker in the business. So I think that's what is LeBron's passion about. Bring awareness, using his platform, regardless, like you said. I think LeBron could be a Canadian. He could have the same commanding power because of basketball, because of branding, because of movies. He has so many social.
He would probably have success, and like you said, just his with his athletic ability and then with his mind. But as far as like how he feels about certain things, it came from being raised in America, and understanding a little bit of his history, his ancestry, and then just an ongoing treatment. You know what I'm saying? And he feels a certain way about things, and like he's using it as a platform to express it. So, people knock him for it or whatever, but he seems to not care about that. He still wants to deliver his message. So,
at the end of the day, he is completely entitled to his opinion, and only in America would he be really allowed to express the opinion the way that he does, because in many countries he would not be allowed that opportunity. And I also believe that at the end of the day, he may have been a successful athlete in other countries for sure. I mean, he's definitely a talented individual. Would he have made the hundreds of millions of dollars in other countries? I don't think so. I think only in the United States can that happen. That's my opinion.
Okay.
So, there it is.
Okay. Now, so in money wise, I'll argue with that. Some of the richest athletes in the world are European. Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. You ever heard of them?
I'm not saying
those guys are European.
I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying.
Again.
I am saying.
Look at Giannis.
Here's what I'm saying.
He came from Greece.
The United States made him what he is.
It
doesn't matter where else he was born. Right now, the United States made him what he is.
No, man.
That's a fact.
We're playing the what if.
We're
like playing Marvel.
It's a fact.
We're playing the Marvel world. It's a fact right. It's a fact right now. But we're playing the what if game. The what if LeBron was this and this and this. It's kind of like saying if LeBron was a European, but we'll never know because
No, we won't.
or if we will never know because I personally think LeBron is smart enough. He has the mentality that he has the cognitive ability to make things happen. For example, like you're saying, what if LeBron was Chinese? He was born in China.
Yeah.
He began China. I think personally he would have moved out of China and used his political stance. He is that passionate, regardless whatever citizenship he might have. I personally think he would make things happen. There are guys that are driven. Like if Elon Musk was he has that driven to do what he does, regardless of the circumstances. I think Elon Musk would have been just as successful as who he is because that's part of your DNA, my DNA. That is something about
I
them.
totally agree with that.
Look
Absolutely. Okay,
right,
yeah,
there are
we
people.
gotta move on,
Okay.
Eltino. I totally agree with you, man. Hey guys, subscribe to us. Check us
I
out
want
on
to say one
YouTube.
last thing.
What you got, man?
At the end of the day, the United States made LeBron James successful. You can't argue that. It doesn't matter where he was born.
I don't totally agree with that, and I don't think it matters.
And because he is here, he was successful. And to knock the United States for his success is ridiculous.
Okay, man. Hey, we all got our own line of thoughts. So
I know.
Check us out, guys. And we'll see you next time.
Peace out.